The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And off we go from Cleveland. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Texans, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Chubb on the read option. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And his kick here is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. The end result, 21 yards. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And boy, Charles, it is no doubt a passing league. We get that, but did you ever think we would see someone pass for 7,000 yards in a season? He just went over that threshold.
Brandon, 7,000 yards means you've had a monster game each and every game of the year. If you throw for 350, that would hurt your average. That means you've made every throw, very few drops by your receivers. You've moved the ball effectively every time in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw again. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And the Texans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
So the moment is finally at hand. What a season, CD. His 29th rushing touchdown of the year. No one in the history of the NFL has had more in a single season. And congratulations to him. What an achievement.
We certainly had the feeling early in the year, maybe week 2 or 3, where we talked to each other and thought this could really turn into something. But I don't know if either of us thought we'd get to this point. Maybe the best season ever by a running back in NFL history.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things. But winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. The Texans at 15-1 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well.
Touchdown! A great effort there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing.
Great play out of Madden Smith.
That deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is fielded at the 27. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. For this offense, looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
He'll drop to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 21-3 is your score after 1. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. 34 yards. And the Texans continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point safely through. And a rout is on here in this first half. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, here we sit, week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Ford. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. This offense on 3rd down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
What'd you say, baby?
The drive starts with a completion left side, and he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down. Back to throw here. Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Texans extend their lead yet again. Extra point up and through. And a wrap is on here in this first half.
Yeah, when you ready to take them now?
They'll send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Things, unfortunately, continuing to implode here. The interception he threw on the previous drive, of course, led to the touchdown. And that deficit widening a little bit further. 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
23 yards, the final tally. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans have got it on cruise control. No problem there on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Again, they turn to Ford. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Now a first carry for their fullback. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Out of the gun now on third down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's taken in at the 9. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Texans will take over. Houston set to take over. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that. So I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after here coming up. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive, 4 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
19 Tigers, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, 18 Rebels, 18 Rebels, Dragon 60. Ready, go.
Now back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 19 White, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Go.
2nd and 4. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Texans would extend their lead here just before halftime. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Back to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll throw now on the final play. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout, as we'll send you down to Orlando.